Making a decision to downsize can be tough, but for many people, it's definitely the right decision. So in this video, I'll share with you 6 signs that it might be time for you to downsize. Hi, my name is Casey and I'm a local realtor. And my wife and I recently made the decision to downsize from a 2-story home to a single-story home. And even though the process of moving was a little overwhelming, it really did turn out to be the right decision for us. Our quality of life is better and we're both more comfortable living in our single-story home. So how did we know it was time to downsize? Well, for us, our kids were grown and had moved out. We had several empty bedrooms and a pool that we simply never used anymore. And in addition, I suffered a back injury and climbing the stairs was getting harder and harder for me. So we knew it was time to make a change. So if you're an empty nester, a recent retiree, or you simply need a change, let me share with you the 6 signs that it might be time for you to downsize. Number 1, your nest is empty. Chances are when you originally bought your home, you had more people living under your roof. But if your kids are grown and have moved out, you probably have more space than you need. And this extra space does come at a cost. You have the expense of maintaining, cleaning, cooling, and heating the space. And this is money that you could put towards your retirement. So if you have more space than you really need, it may be a sign that it's time to downsize. Number 2, it makes financial sense. Downsizing to a smaller home does come with some financial advantages. First, smaller homes and smaller lot sizes typically mean less maintenance and lower cost. It can mean lower utility bills too. And this can significantly reduce your monthly bills. Secondly, many people at this stage of their life have paid down their current mortgages. And with the appreciation that we've seen in the past few years, the vast majority of homeowners are sitting on large amounts of equity right now. It's not uncommon to see people sell their current home and walk away with enough money to actually pay cash for a smaller home. And some people even walk away with additional money to put towards their retirement. But it is important to review all of the numbers first, especially when it comes to your tax situation. But you could greatly improve your financial situation and put yourself in a more secure position for retirement. Number 3, you're ready for a change. Now this is a big one. Most people chose their current home years ago because it was in a great school district or a great neighborhood. But now many people would rather be closer to their kids or grandkids or in a community that offers activities and amenities to stay active. And you may have purchased your home with the idea that you'd live there forever. But the reality is things can change. Situations can change. Your health can change. So try to picture yourself living in a home that's comfortable for you at this stage of your life. And for a lot of people, a smaller home is the answer. Number 4, you feel isolated or overwhelmed. Now we all know that maintaining a home is a lot of work. And as we get older, this maintenance can get harder and harder to keep up with. And many people end up feeling overwhelmed when these projects begin to pile up. Plus, it's not uncommon for people to feel lonely and isolated once their kids move out. A home that was once filled with sounds of family and kids can quickly become a quiet and secluded place once they're gone. So for many people, moving to a community that offers amenities, activities, and social gatherings with people in their same age group can greatly improve the feeling of isolation and loneliness. Number 5, you have the time and the energy to move. The truth is, moving isn't easy. And if you're like most of us, you've probably accumulated a lot of things over the years. So if you decide to move, you will have to sort through your belongings and get rid of things that you no longer need or use. And the reality is that packing and moving is hard work. In fact, it can be exhausting. And as we get older, this process gets harder and harder. But what's even worse is waiting until you absolutely have to move. Now at this point, your health will probably keep you from having much say or involvement. So you'll have to rely on family and friends to help. And this makes moving even harder and more stressful. But moving on your own terms is definitely a better option. So if you have the time and the energy to make a move, it's definitely a better option. And number 6, aging in place isn't an option. Unfortunately, we're all getting older. And sadly, none of us know what the future holds. Injuries and illness happen. And if your mobility is affected, everything can change. So it's important to look at your current home and ask yourself, if something were to happen and you suddenly had mobility issues, would this home still work? Would you still be able to get around your home? If you couldn't climb the stairs, do you have a downstairs bedroom you could use? And do you have a full bathroom to shower or bathe? Now I know it's not fun to think about these kinds of issues, but it is something you really should consider. If your current home would cause you problems as you age, then consider the option to downsize. Moving to a smaller single-story home could allow you to remain independent much longer. And I understand that everyone's situation is different, but I do know that many people face mobility issues at some point in their life. And it doesn't matter if it's due to an injury, an illness, or simply from aging. The reality is it's important to have a safe and comfortable place to live. And in my opinion, 55 and older communities really do offer a great option for this. So if this sounds like something that might be right for you, take a few minutes and watch our next video. In this video, I discuss whether or not a 55 and older community might be a good fit for you.